Hey everyone, how are you? I'm actually popping in today. I just wanted to share some Feng Shui tips for this season, the holiday season, which is usually pretty hectic. I've had a few interactions with clients who have expressed how drained they're feeling as this year comes to an end, and how stressed or rushed or overwhelmed they are feeling. And there's some feng shui things that can be at play that can be influencing that. So let's talk about it. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kerri Miller. I'm a feng shui and energy clearing practitioner. Um, you might see my cat walk in front of the camera in a second. So, helping today. Um, yeah, I really, truly am passionate about this topic of making people aware of the ways that their environment that they are in, swimming in, sitting in, sleeping in all day long, influence them and their energy, and also how the underlying energies that where you can't see them, but they're there and they're influencing our own energy, how that all impacts you and how you can um, sort of tap into it and shift it and harness it and use it to your advantage. That's the kind of work that I love to do. I want to thank you all for being here and for listening to these videos that I do. Cat just sneezed at me. I received a message from one of my followers who has, there she goes, he goes, who has followed for my work for a few years on other platforms that I work on. And she is happy to watch me here on YouTube because she's let some of those platforms go. As I read her message, I was thinking, gosh, I'm just so happy that you're watching and that you're listening. I'm really grateful to have an audience that's paying attention and that is interested in this topic. And yes, so I appreciate you. If you like what you're hearing, and you enjoy tips about your environment, about your energy, and about keeping everything in balance and using it to your advantage for your life and for your business, please give this channel a like and a follow, and share it with anybody else that you think might be interested. I'm literally deflecting the cat from walking across again. No, stay. So what I wanted to talk about, like I finished up my client calls last week. Through the end of the year, I'm not having any more client-facing meetings until after the new year. But all of the client calls that I had last week were all kind of an exacerbated experience. So a lot of the people that I spoke to were just feeling drained. Like one of the things, the overwhelming topics of the end of the year was, I'm just so drained. And this is coming from people who love the work that they do, have had really big success in the business that they run, or are just doing, really well in life. But they have found that in this past year, the work that they love and the things that they're used to doing have been particularly draining to them. And I was super excited that they had reached out to talk to me about what's going on with the energy. Like for me to realize that people are finally making that connection, that I'm feeling drained, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling overwhelmed. What's going on with the energies around me that's contributing to this, and how can I alleviate it and make it better? So the fact that people are connecting how they're feeling with feng shui as a solution is just, I'm so happy about that. Like I'm proud of that, and I'm excited for that, and I'm glad that the message is getting across. So yeah, people were feeling a little bit drained, a little bit overwhelmed, feeling like there's no time, they're so busy. And I wanted to talk about, when a client says those things to me, there are things that I automatically think of about their environment. And I'm going to break them down like one at a time. So when somebody says, I'm feeling really drained, I'm looking at a few specific things to start with. One, is there enough energy coming into your house to energize you, into your home, into the place where you work? Are you getting the energy to come to you to energize you and to energize what you're working on? Like that's the number one thing. Is there a source of energy for you? And the second thing that I look at is there a place where energy is draining away or rushing away or leaking away from the space itself? We want energy to come in a very gentle, nourishing flow way to support you. And we want it to stay and stick around for a little while to energize you. And then we want it to dissipate and make room for new, fresh energy to come in. Like there's a flow that's very beneficial to how you are reacting. And if the energy is coming in, but it's leaking right away, it can feel like you don't have any energy. Excuse me. It can feel like you're drained. It can feel like you just can't muster what you need to muster for your day. And we want to fix that, and we can fix that. We can see where it's leaking away and prevent that so that when the energy comes in, it's actually nourishing you for a good long while, and you're getting the benefits of it before it dissipates. And the third thing that I look at in that situation is there a way that you are positioned where the energy is really harsh or it's weakening you, it's making you vulnerable? Again, this is something that you can't see. But if you understand how energy flows and you understand the impacts of that energy day after day, hour after hour, night after night, like when it's, impacting you over and over and over and over again in a harsh way, it will give you that weakened feeling, that drained feeling, that depleted feeling. And we can fix that. There are feng shui cures and corrections that we can put in place. There are things that we can shift in the environment that are allowing you to gather that vital chi and use it to your benefit rather than being harshly impacted by it or drained or depleted by it. And so there are feng shui fixes for that. And then in terms of what I wanted to also speak to some of the clients that I spoke to last week who were feeling like I'm so busy, I have no time, but I still have all these things that I really want to give my time and attention to. The thing that I really want you to know is that, and I've said this in a few past videos, and I recommend if you haven't watched some of the last couple of videos I've done, they will give you some more background into what I'm talking about. But the energies, like the underlying energies of the year, are going to shift. We have been in what's known in Feng Shui as the year of the snake, which is a very slow, precise, strategic type of year where there's a lot of inner work done, reflection, learning, growing, shedding, and we're moving from that like very strategic energy into rapid fire year of the horse energy. The horse has a lot of momentum and speed. So the snake and the horse are just symbolic of the way the energy is going to feel. But if you're already feeling like you don't have enough time, or you're already feeling like you're so busy, or these things that you have to take care of are just sitting there and weighing on you, that's only going to amplify in the coming year. Go listen to those other videos because I think I give a lot more insight into that in those videos. But um, the year of the horse is a great opportunity because it is fast paced and it's a very bold energy, and it not only brings momentum, but it brings like the courage and the confidence that you need to take bold steps. And so it's a great opportunity. But if you're not in alignment and prepared and in a position where you're able to handle that kind of intensity, it will throw you off course. Like the horse will leave you in the dust, or you'll be like racing on the horse, and the horse will be just like dragging you wherever, and not ending up strategically where you want to land. And if you are um, weighed down by tasks or projects or situations that you haven't dealt with before, they're just going to weigh you down even more and make it more difficult, more challenging, and more likely that you'll miss the opportunities that the horse brings. So if you're already feeling at the end of this year like you're in that rushed state or overwhelmed state or unprepared state, it's just going to get worse. And here's what I want to say, because I know I have a lot of clients out there who or followers out there who are um, thinking of things like, oh, I have all this clutter that I wanted to clear this year from my home, and I know it's in my way and I know it's slowing me down, but I didn't get to it. Um, Here's the thing. If there's something that you have been spinning your wheels on over the last year, 2 years, 9 years, we're coming to the end. The videos, previous videos will also tell you how we're coming to the end of a 9 year cycle and starting a new 9 year cycle. So if you are still feeling like you've been like trying to accomplish something and spinning your wheels on it, you haven't quite gotten there yet, whether that be handling the clutter in your home or whether it be breaking through the glass ceiling in your business with the goals that you have for your business. If you feel like you are treading water and or swimming through jello and not making progress in those um, things that you wanted to get done and you know that you're being weighed down, it's only going to amplify in the coming year when the horse is here. It's only going to make it harder. It's only going to like amplify what is anything that you have not dealt with is going to amplify. Any place where you feel stuck is going to feel more stuck. Um, any things that you struggle with, you're going to struggle with even more. So we're looking at this opportunity right now in this transition point between the shifting of the year to tie up loose ends and take care of business that has been holding us back. But here's the thing, if there's this thing that's been going on where you've been, trying to do it and trying to do it and trying to do it and you still haven't done it, this is the point where I say to you, get help. Like call in the troops to help you handle it. So if you need the clutter taken care of, hire the organizer. If you need to help get through some money mindset challenges that you have before you can break through to that financial goal you have in your business, find the mindset coach that can support you. Like you're going to need that kind of support moving forward. And the other thing that I will say is like if you've had this goal and you haven't achieved it yet, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your environment and the energies in your environment that are not supporting you. Or maybe it's you working against the flow of the energies rather than with them. And that's where the Feng Shui piece comes in. And that's where we can support you. We can look at where the energy is not coming to you, where it's leaking away, where it's making you weak and vulnerable. And we can start to show you how to work with those energies and shift the energies so they're helping you to achieve what you're trying to achieve and feel better and feel more energized as you move into this momentum filled year. Um, yeah, I feel like, and the thing is, if you go even further back in my videos, probably like maybe 4 to 6 videos back, I think there's a series of videos that I did that was talking about clutter. If clutter is something that you deal with specifically, I talked a lot about how the clutter is not the problem. It's the energy that's the problem. And I think, like, if I know one of the clients that I spoke to last week was saying, I know I have all this clutter. I meant to deal with it. I haven't dealt with it yet. I don't want to be dealing with it for the next 9 years, this next cycle that we're going into. This is the time where you can really, Feng Shui can be your advantage because we can look at what you have in your space and where the real true block is and where we can strategically attack that clutter so that it actually opens up even more flow. Like if you've been decluttering and decluttering and decluttering and decluttering and you still keep having to deal with that issue, it's not about the clutter. It's about the energy and the energy in the space. And when energy gets stuck, it becomes a magnet for clutter and for things to not move. And it will create blocks and challenges. And sometimes we can really look at what's going on in your space and find the real sticking points. And when we can shift that, then there's a lot of ease that can be created in your environment. And the energies start flowing again. And you actually become, rather than it being this big chore, this have to, this big weight on your shoulders, we can get that block out of the way so that energy is supporting you in this process. And you actually are kind of energized to do the decluttering that you need to do, or to take the next steps that you need to take. And you start being creating your own momentum, rather than feeling stuck and overwhelmed and powerless in it all. This is why I love this tool of Feng Shui, because it actually empowers you. It's very, it energizes you. It gives you the momentum. When I go into a client's home or their workspace and give them this feng shui perspective on where they are stuck and what's holding them back, they are immediately inspired. And all of a sudden, they may have like not had any motivation or momentum or clear vision about what next steps to take. But because we have identified where the blocks are, they are like automatically they can see it and they're ready to go take care of it. And so this momentum, we create the momentum. And I just want to say that there is, with the year of the horse coming in, you want to be able to match that momentum. You don't want to be in that stuck state. You don't want to be in that state of, not knowing what you want, not knowing which next right step to take. You want to match the momentum. And so having clarity about what you're looking for in the next states of your life and of your business is really important. And also like being in energetic alignment yourself, having done the inner work so that you are in a balanced state as life speeds up. That's all really important. And just even on a personal level, this weekend was super busy for our family. I have a Christmas baby, and so she gets really excited for her birthday, and likes to celebrate her birthday before Christmas because there there may have been times in the past where, because of Christmas, her birthday got lost in the momentum. And so having her friends over and celebrating didn't happen until, sort of into the first quarter. So now that she's older, she's like, let's take control of this. I want the birthday first, and then we'll do Christmas. But that makes it a really busy time for me. And it was a busy weekend. We had company over on Saturday for her birthday, and we had things to do on Sunday. And this morning, on Monday morning, I woke up and was like, I've got a couple more things to get before I, can really feel like I'm done with my Christmas shopping. So first thing this morning, I ran out the door to get those errands done before the stores got really crowded. But what that meant was that for 3 days in a row, I didn't do my daily meditation practice and I didn't really ground myself and protect myself. And I have to say that when I got home from the store today, I was frazzled. I was stressed. I was in that state of, I've got so much to do and there's, not enough time, there's not enough money, there's not enough this. And I was really out of alignment. And it was because for 3 days, I had not prioritized my own energy. And that's key. Like even before feng shui, I think like get yourself your own frequency in a good state first. Maintain that. It's going to be so important. I think this weekend was just a glimpse for me of how fast-paced the coming year is going to be energetically. And so it was a great reminder for me that, okay, I have to like make this a priority. It needs to happen despite what else is going on. And doing that, even though it feels like it's taking up time in a busy morning, doing it first is actually probably going to save me money, save me energy, save me it's gonna set me ahead. So I see in the coming year it being really important that you have your own personal energy taken care of and aligned, and you have a clear vision of what you want so that you don't get led astray by the horse, which is moving fast. You don't want to end up on the horse heading in the wrong direction, like, because that will really set you very far back. So those negatives that can come up can be really negative because of the momentum of the horse. But if it's all aligned and facing in the right direction, and you're holding on tight and able to maintain the momentum, it can be a really positive, opportunity-filled year for you. So clarity, getting your own energy right, and really looking at the ways your environment and the energies around you are working with you. That's going to be very important in the coming year. So I work with people on site or virtually. If you are interested in Feng Shui for your home, I have some Feng Shui packages available. I do Feng Shui and energy clearing together in those packages, and I think that's really important, especially at this time of year, to kind of clear out the old energies, especially this year after this, so much shedding and so much emotion and inner work that's happened, like literally hitting restart on the energy of your home is going to be really helpful. And then looking at the ways that energy is coming to you, where it's getting stuck, where it's leaking away, and how we can shift things to make sure that you are getting the benefit of all the energies rather than swimming against them or being stuck in them. So there's a link in the bio about my working with me. If I can support you in any way, reach out to me. I would say my calendar is pretty full already for quarter 1, but I will say I have probably 2 spaces available between the start of the year and the Chinese New Year. And the Chinese New Year is February 17th. That's when the year of the horse, like the horse arrives on February 17th. Um, Between February 17th and the beginning of March is when the horse comes, that energy officially comes in. There's a little bit of back and forth right now between the snake and the horse. Like it's kind of a transition point. But if you really want your ducks in a row before that horse arrives, definitely, and if you're interested for feng shui, now's the time to reach out because I'll have a full calendar by then if you wait too long. Um, let's see, what else do I want to say? Yeah, I think this is such a powerful tool. If you are interested in it, definitely go back and listen to the past couple of videos that I have done. I've made a commitment this year to show up and do at least about weekly videos, and I've been pretty good with that since this last quarter, and I'm going to continue that through the end of the year. So if you want to be notified when a video pops up, definitely hit the subscribe button and go back and listen. I'm not that great on YouTube, so I don't know how to like show you what the old videos are or to link those in. I'm going to get to that point. But in the meantime, go look at the last couple of videos that are loaded up because they will talk about the differences of that 9 year going into the 1 year and the snake year going into the horse year. It'll also talk about those topics of if clutter is something that you are dealing with and struggling with, and especially if it's something that you've been struggling with for a long time, there are a couple of videos on the topic of clutter that will really help you see that it might not be you or what you're doing or the clutter. It might be the energy that's the problem. And I think you'll get some good insights for that. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. I hope you all have a safe and happy holiday season. I will try to do another video before the new year rolls in. But if not, I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.